Okay, so in 2023, if you're still debating over the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, I definitely think that the PS5 is your best bet. Stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons with the PS5 and why I think you should pick it over the Xbox Series X. Anyways, let's get right into it. Now, I just want to start this video by saying I don't hate Xbox. Honestly, there's a few things that Xbox does better than the PS5, such as Game Pass, Dev Mode, and the layout of the buttons on the controller I do prefer more. But there's one thing that PlayStation does that is very essential when it comes to gaming, and that is the actual games that you're playing. When it comes to exclusives, PlayStation offers a whole bunch of quality exclusives. Yes, Xbox does have Halo and it has Gears of War, High on Life. Those games are really good, but those are just 3 titles. Now, I wanted to add this part to let you know that Xbox does have really good games. I just don't think they're as great as PlayStation's. But in 2023, they do have Redfall coming, Starfield, Forza Motorsport. But let me tell you, Starfield, I have been waiting for. Anyways, I just had to let you know. Comment down below what you think. Let's get back into the video. When it comes to the PS5, you have Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is by far an amazing game. A new Spider-Man 2 is on the way, which I think is going to be insane. You have things like The Last of Us, Days Gone, which nobody ever really talks about, but that is honestly one of my favorite games, and a lot more options. Now, like I said, Xbox does have Game Pass, but PlayStation has PlayStation Plus, which is their own version of Game Pass, and most of the exclusive titles and games are going to be included with PlayStation Plus. And I do like the fact that they give you 3 different tiers of PlayStation Plus. The top one is just a little bit more than Game Pass, coming in at around like $19 a month, but honestly, I definitely think it's worth it, especially if you get the yearly version. I think it comes out to like $110, just one-time payment, which is really, really good too. Like I said, games are primarily the main reason why I think you should get the PS5, but there are other advantages that the PS5 has over the Xbox Series X, and the next one I want to talk about is virtual reality. Now, this VR headset, the PSVR 2, is something that PlayStation's very passionate about. They promise 4K gaming, also eye tracking, and the same adaptive triggers that you get on the controller of the PS5, the DualSense controller, you'll also get on the VR headset. Now, if you're a fan of VR and that's something you definitely want to get into and you already have a PS5 or you don't have a PC but you want the PS5 for the exclusives, I highly recommend you get the PS5 because you do have the option to later on get VR. So if VR is something that you like and you want to get into eventually, I highly recommend getting the PS5 because unlike Xbox, they don't offer that option at all. Now, something else that I prefer more with the PS5 rather than the Xbox has to be the controllers. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Xbox layout. It's just more comfortable for me. But when it comes to the overall controller and quality of it, I love the PS5 controller and just the features that it has. It has a touchpad, it has a microphone built in, and then it has adaptive triggers, which just make it amazing. Honestly, when it comes to the 2 controllers and story-driven games, I definitely think that the PS5 controller is a lot better because I feel like it just ties you into the game just a little bit more, especially when you have web swinging. Like let's say you're playing Spider-Man, you can hear the web coming directly out of the speaker of the controller. And let's say you don't have a headset, you could just use the mic on the controller rather than having to go out and buy a headset like you do with Xbox. Oh, also, you got batteries in here, no batteries in here. Pretty obvious. I just still have to say it because I know someone in the comments is going to be like, batteries, gross. But yeah, honestly, when it comes to the actual controller, I definitely think that the PS5 has a lot better controller. Now, I am going to be doing a review on the PS5 DualSense Edge controller, so subscribe for that because I am going to release that next week. So subscribe if you want to see that review. And one of the last things I want to talk about when it comes to the PS5 rather than the Xbox is streaming. So when it comes to PlayStation and streaming, especially on YouTube, it is very simple to do. All you do is hook up the PlayStation camera, takes like 5 minutes to set up, and boom, you're streaming, you're ready to stream. If you're somebody who likes streaming or someone who is just getting into it, I highly recommend you do this. For myself, I have never streamed before, but I am going to start using the PlayStation 5, so subscribe if you want to see me play some games. I think I might start off with The Last of Us or Hogwarts Legacy. Let me know down in the comments which one you would rather want to see me play. Easy peasy. Look at this guy. Walking around till the Christmas tree is... Ooh. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Adios, muchacho. What just happened? Anyways, like I said, streaming is super easy to do, especially off of this. It takes only a few minutes to set up, and you get the whole experience. So if you're a streamer or want to get into streaming, and that's a big factor for you, it's super easy to do on the PS5. Granted, you still can do it on Xbox, but I feel like for Xbox, it's just a little bit harder to do. You have a few more steps in order to actually get started streaming, especially on YouTube. Whereas with PlayStation, you just set it up, hook up the camera, and you are good to go. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to the PS5 and Xbox is just the app for each of them. Now, I've had both these devices for a while and I have both the apps, and honestly, when it comes to the PS5, the app for it is just super user-friendly, looks really nice, and the amount of stuff that you can do on it is really cool too. So you could check your storage on your device super easily, and you could download and uninstall games on your device as well without even being at your house or on your PS5. Most of the time I'm at work and my friend will text me like, hey, do you have this game? I'm like, no, let me check how much space I have. If I don't have enough space, super easy to uninstall something and then just install the same thing. So by the time I get home, I'm good to go. Anyways, I know that's just like a tiny little thing, but honestly, the little things when comparing these two devices make a big difference. So those are the reasons why I think that the PS5 is better than the Xbox. Not saying that the Xbox isn't great. It does have a lot of really good things, but for your first console or next gen console, I would definitely go with the PlayStation 5. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you think if you have a PS5 and kind of what you think about it. We also just hit 10,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be adding some new stuff to the channel, such as streaming. I started doing a little bit of shorts, and obviously more reviews. So thank you so much for watching. Anyways, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. Thank you.